Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'll be doing a first impression swatches and review on Vice Cosmetics X and Clutz collaboration. So yeah, if you want to see that, then just keep on watching. Alright, so I purchased everything with my own money, and unfortunately I wasn't able to get the liquid lipstick because I was trying to get the whole PR kit, but I underestimated the power of Vice Cosmetics and Clutz because after 12 minutes of their launch or release, it was already sold out. So it sucks for me, but congrats to them because that's amazing. So right off the bat, I think we can all agree that the packaging is attention grabbing. I watch her videos and I know that her favorite color is yellow, and so it makes a lot of sense that her packaging has a lot of yellow in it because of course, why not put your favorite color on your makeup collaboration? Her packaging just really reminds me of the 70s where everything is just colorful and groovy. The little sunflowers in pink is just reminiscent of the 70s for me. And so, in short, I think her packaging is extremely delightful and it really suits her personality as well because I think that she is a delightful person. Packaging is a plastic matte, and the mirror in her palettes, a really good quality mirror. Like, it's not that cheap distorting quality of mirrors, so I think that's amazing. So I'll be swatching all of them first, and then we will be creating a look or looks on my face. I already have eyebrows, foundation, and concealer, and yes, I wore foundation and it's been a while because I really want to give the face palette a proper chance in terms of how it looks like on top of powder, because powder on powder, I think that's the best way to go. So let's try Lucky Commenter. This is the first shade. It's a little bit powdery, but I can see the pigment. It's a warm cream color, and I think it would be really nice to kind of like prep the lid with this color, or use this color to blend the edges of the eyeshadow. Okay, next is Subukan. Okay, Subukan is a copper, it's like a copper shade, and it's very reflective and metallic, and I really like this one. The formula is soft, but it's not too soft that I can like dip my finger and make a dent. Like, it's soft enough to pick up enough product for this kind of pigmentation, and so that is really nice. Yeah, and it blends really nicely. Yeah, I really like that one. Next is Forever House, this one. So this is Forever House. I think Forever House, you need to kind of build to really get the color pay off, but it's like a charcoal brownish black, and I think it would be nice for a deepening shade for the outer V or even as an eyeliner. That is Forever House. Okay, next shade is Sana All. The shade names are like so fun. I mean, imagine naming shades that are like that, like Sana All. So this is Sana All. It's like a warm, it's like a deep orange, warm brownish. There's a little bit of brown in it. I think that would be nice for a transition color, or even just like an all over lid kind of shade. Next one is 1 million. 1 million. That is funny. That is 1 million. I like this kind of brown. Like, this is a warm brown. It's more brown than Sana All. Like, this is a really nice brown. I think a lot of us will use from this palette, especially for just like an everyday look. Next shade is ACB. Oh. Okay, ACB is a peachy rose gold kind of shimmer. Actually, it's more metallic. Like, it has a really metallic finish to it, and I really like this shade. I think it would look really nice all over the lid and just a little bit of brown on the crease. And yeah, I really like this one. It's like a rose gold peach. Of course, the shimmer or the metallic ones are definitely softer than the matte ones. The matte ones are, the pigment is there, but the formula isn't as smooth or pigmented like the shimmer ones, but that's, you know, typically how it works. Okay, next one is this glittery shade. This B Squad has a more dry formula, or like a drier formula, because it's like glitter with a little bit, with a hint of, I don't know, like a pewter kind of shade. I think that would be nice as a halo eye, like in the middle. Like that would be your most intense color for your halo eye. Even if it's dry, the reflection and like the glitter is there. Next is it's like the eggplant emoji. It's this one. Okay. Purple, reddish shade. With one swipe, I think this is the best matte formula so far in the eyeshadow palette. Next one is Amals. This is more of a deep copper shade. It's like a warmer copper shade than Subukan. Subukan and Amals are kind of different. Like they have that copper shade undertone, but this one is definitely warmer. Next is this deep, like a cool tone brown, and it's called Coffee is Life. This one has a nice pigment to it. It's a cooler brown, but it's not too cool. Like it's just a neutral, leaning on cool kind of brown, and I think that would be really nice as a standalone product on your lid. I like that kind of look where it's just brown on my lid. Okay, next one is this pinky shade, and it is called Jeatot. Wait. Oh my gosh, I love that name. Miss Anne really reminds me of my mom, because my mom is also really funny like her, and my mom's favorite shade is yellow as well. When we were kids, they would call us Jeanpot. Like I am Jeanpot, my sister is Paytot, my brother is JB Tot. Like they just put Tot after our name, and I thought that was funny. They still call us that, and yeah, it's funny. So this is Jaya Tot. Oh, Jaya Tot is really soft. This one is a pinkish shade, and it has a little bit of peach undertone to it. This would really look nice for like a bridal makeup look, and yeah, I really like this one. It's so nice. Okay, and then the last shade is this one, and it is called Plantita. This is like Forever House, this one, but this one is definitely deeper, and it is more of a true charcoal, black brownish, you know, just like a deep shade to use as shade to smoke out your eyeshadow look, or like an intense eyeliner. I can also see people using this as an eyebrow product. We are done swatching the eye palette, and I'm super impressed with the quality of this one. Okay, so next one that we'll be swatching is the vicexanneclutz face palette. Okay, so it is a trio palette. There's a bronzer or contour, there's a light blush, and then a highlighter. The names are like, comment, subscribe. That's so much fun. That's so cool. I'll swatch this and it's, ooh, this one is so soft. I think this is a neutral brown that you can use as a bronzer and contour. It's not too warm, but it's also not too cool. And those are the kind of bronzers that you can use for contour and bronzer at the same time. So yeah, I really like that shade. Okay, next one is Comment, and Comment is a really light blush. It's It's pink, but it has a hint of rose to it. No, not rose. Like yeah, it's like a light pink. I think maybe she put this here because it's a sort of like a universal shade in a way that you can use this blush with every kind of look that you would want to create. So it's like a neutral kind of blush. Okay, and then the last one is subscribe. Subscribe. That is a really blinding highlighter. So this highlighter is kind of like a champagne with a hint of gold. I think this would look really nice for morena skin tone, and I think fair skin can also enjoy this a lot because there's not much gold in it that it makes it warm, and there's enough champagne that can give everyone a good highlighting effect. And I think this would also look nice as an eyeshadow. I'm pretty excited about the gel liners because I use the MAC Eye Kohl crayon. I have the brown and black, the Teddy and Smolder, and I'm wondering if this is up to par with the Kohl liners from MAC. So this is soft lang brown. Yeah, that's really nice. Ooh, I like this. It can easily be smudged, and that's usually how I like my eyeliner. And it glided on really nicely at the back of my hand, and it's not too creamy that it's like, you know, that it gives a lot of pigment right away, but it's enough to really give that brown color. Yeah, I really like it. It's not too soft and it's also not too hard. Let's compare it to MAC. This is in the shade Teddy. So the MAC one is definitely creamier and more pigmented, but I mean, for the price, the soft lang brown can definitely compare to the MAC one. And for the price, I mean, and the MAC one has a little bit of shimmer in it, and the soft lang brown is a brown matte. Wow, that's really hard to remove. Okay, next is this gel liner in intense black. I think it would be nice to really put that here, like the flesh area of the eye, and we'll see if it'll transfer. But yeah, so this is intense lang, intense black. So yeah, it's nice. It's really black, like it's matte black. So I'll leave it here and see if it sets. Okay, so next is the lip products. So let's start with it is their soft matte lipstick in the shade Clutz or Clutz. It's soft. It's like a typical bullet lipstick, like a matte bullet lipstick, but it has enough creaminess that it doesn't tug my skin, at least here. So Clutz, it's a terracotta brown warm shade. And I think this is more of the nude, of her kind of nude shade. Okay, I like that one. Next is Clutz Vlogs. Oh, there's a hair. It's probably my dog's hair. Okay, so this is Clutz Vlog. And, okay, so this is more of a pinkish, peachy kind of shade. They're both very universal. I think fair morena, deep morena can wear both of these shades, and they're more of an everyday kind of shade. The Clutz Vlogs would be better suited for fairer skin, and the Clutz one would be better as a nude for morena skin tone. And then the last one is lip gloss. It's also very minty. It smells like peppermint, like the colorette color glaze. Yeah, it's just a clear lip gloss. It definitely has a high shine. So yeah, Out of the packaging, I think my favorite one is the lip gloss one because I like the combination of the yellow and the pink flower and then just like a clear kind of packaging. I think the combination it gives it a more classy look, whereas they give a really fun, playful look. This kind of tames it down with the clear glass, and I really like that one. So yeah. Okay, let's see if the gel liner sets. Oh yeah. Oops. It can be smudged a little bit if you really rub it too hard. Yeah, it really sets. It smudges a little bit if you really try, but if you don't try that hard, it would be a long-lasting eyeliner. So there. Now what I'm going to do is put the products on my face, and the way we're going to do it is that first I'll be doing a more natural everyday kind of look, and then after that maybe we'll turn it into a more of a daytime glam, and then we'll turn it into a really smoky eye. So if you're up for that, let's start. Let's start with the eyes. I'll be using the face palette, and I'll be taking this light shade, the bronzer shade, and I'll be putting that on my crease with a fluffy brush. Yeah, with a brush, definitely powdery. So just make sure to tap off the excess, and I'll be putting it all over my crease. Just a nice wash of brown. Ooh, that's really nice. Like, it's pigmented enough that, look, it showed up on my eyelids, but it's not like too harsh, and it really blends super nice. Okay, so that is it for the eyes. And then I'll be taking soft lang brown and tight line my eyes. You try to show the flesh part of the eye, and then try to color that with an eyeliner. Give my eye definition without it looking, super in your face. So I'll just be taking this Sonia Kashuk brush. It's very, like, it's not dense at all, which is what I prefer for powder products. So I'll be taking the bronzer shade. That is nice on me. Like, it doesn't take me, oops. Just make sure to tap it off. Like, I don't really have to work that precise or too hard to make sure that the pigment is there. Like, I can just do it sloppily. It kind of blends itself. Now let's try the blush because I'm really curious what it looks like. Okay, I'm just gonna use the same brush. I'll just wipe it, Yeah, this is definitely a neutral pink. It kind of reminds me of MAC blush in the shade Melba. It's just really natural looking. Melba was my favorite blush. It's very fresh. The shade is very fresh. Okay, next is the highlighter. Now, I don't really use like a powder highlight like ever except for my wedding, but of course I would like to give this one a chance. So I'll be taking this brush. Wow, it picks up a lot of product. Okay, that's a lot. Whoa. So at first, when you really pack your brush with this one, like it's kind of overwhelming, but when you get to blend it with your fingers, the highlight can be soft. That works really well as a face palette. I think I highly recommend this, especially for those who are into like an everyday kind of look, and for those of you who also like a powder finish or like a powder product. Okay, and I'll top it off with a gloss. Oh, it got on my tongue. It's like Vicks got on my tongue. Yeah. This is also very cooling, like the color glaze one from Colorette, but this has a more intense cooling sensation that, you know, when you put Katinko or Vicks on your body, like there's definitely a cooling sensation, and then afterwards there's this like burning, not in a bad way, but just like intense cooling that's kind of similar to burning sensation. Like, yeah, it kind of feels like that. It's lightweight. Yeah. I think I'm swallowing. I think I'm swallowing the formula. But I think I like the Colorette's formula a little bit better because that one stays pleasantly cooling on my lips, whereas this, it's kind of like it's too cooling that I can also feel it at the back of my throat. So this is the everyday kind of look that with a set. Okay, now let's move on to a more of a daytime glam. We have the chance to use this. I'll be taking this one to kind of neutralize my eyes again. So next is we'll take this shade. I guess still on a fluffy brush. We'll take Sana All and put it on the crease. Like this. I'll be taking this brown, the Coffee is Life, kind of like deepen up the outer eye. What is that? Something's crawling on me. Gosh, it's an ant. It's an ant. Oh. And really try to concentrate it here. There's not much fallout so far, and a little bit here. Now we will pick a shimmer. I think I like this one. So we'll take Amal's, and I'll just be using my finger. And I'll take Amal's from the inner to the middle. Inner to middle. Inner to middle. It's like bend and snap. Oh, I like that a lot. It gives life to my eye. Okay, get this brown, the Coffee is Life, and kind of blend everything together down here. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm liking this. Look at that, daytime glam. Okay, now we are going to put gel liner and run it across my eye. I'll just curl my lashes. I won't be putting mascara right now because I would like to do that for the smoky eye after this. So that is our eyes done. As you can see, it's just like a daytime glam where it's not like too dark, but it's like, you know, it's there. Like you can see that you're made up more than the usual. I think I would like to add more blush. So I'm just adding more blush. We are going to put Clutz matte lipstick, and I'm just going to make it like a blotted kind of lips. This has a strong artificial smell. It's not that bad. It's very perfume-like. So as you can see, it's very daytime glam. Yeah, it has an impact, but it's not like a smoky kind of look. Now, let us make our nighttime smoky eye. Let's try to make a halo kind of eye. I'll just be working on top of what we already have. I'll take this shade first. I'll be mixing this Coffee is Life and Plantita. So you can see I'm not really trying to make everything precise. I'm just trying to really lay down the color. I'll take a tiny brush like this. And same thing, Coffee is Life and Plantita, just mixing them. And I'll be putting them here on the inner part of my eye. Of course, I think that this video wouldn't do justice to this palette without using the glitter. We'll be using B Squad in the middle. You guys like that? Because I'm loving it. I'm going to take my finger. The glitter shade, it's better for you to use your finger. And I'm going to place it in the middle. There, just to create light. Now I'm a glittery mess, but that's okay. Okay, now I'm going to put on mascara. I'm going to put this gel liner here. Apparently it doesn't work as well for the waterline. So now that my eyes are really smoky, I'm going to add more blush. I think the nice thing about this blush is that it's hard for you to get overboard because it's pretty light and natural. Okay, I'll just take this one and see. For me, I prefer a more blinding highlight for my inner corner because I just really like it on me. For the last is Clutz Vlogs. I wish they have a lighter pink, but kind of works, right? So that is the final look that I'll be doing with the palette, with this palette. And now I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions of the vicexanneclutz collaboration. And so yeah. So for the eyeshadow palette, I think that for the price, you are getting a lot than what you paid for. I think the lighter shades, the brown shades, and the shimmers are really good quality. They're able to show up like what they are on the pan, and you can build them up to if you want it to be more extreme on your eyes. I think you can even apply it wet if that's really your preference, that reflective metallic look. For those shadows alone, it's definitely worth it. The con that I experienced while using this is that the darker shades like this one and this one, Plantita and Coffee is Life, while they are very rich and dark here on the pan, it's very hard for me to translate that on my eyes. Even if I try to build it like on the outer parts of my eyes, they don't show up as dark as they are here on the pan. And so I think that's my only complaint. Other than that, they're definitely still usable. Maybe you would want to use it for your eyebrows because since they're not that dark and pigmented, I think that would be great for your eyebrows as well. Definitely worth it if you're not even the type of person who likes doing smoky eyes, but you know, that's my preference because I really like doing smoky eyes. Also for the glitters, I recommend you use your fingers to apply it on your eyes because if you use a brush, the glitters will definitely fall under your eyes and it'll be a little bit messy. And so yeah, I think I recommend you using your finger to apply it on your eye. The glitter here, this one reminds me of the MAC eyeshadow, the glittery MAC eyeshadow. Like the texture is very similar, and the pigmentation and like how glittery it is, it kind of reminds me of that. Or even try to use an adhesive to make the glitter stick, but for me, I didn't feel the need to use any kind of glitter because it worked well with just using my finger. I bought the Squad Cosmetics one and the Everbileno one. I also had the same problem where the deeper shades aren't as deep. Like when I put it on my eyes, it doesn't translate well, that like there's no depth and richness to it. And I think it's the formulation where I think maybe it's more expensive to make the pigment richer, or like it has a more hold when you put it on the eyes, because here they look good on the pan, but like, yeah, there's not much depth, and I haven't seen any dark eyeshadow in the local market that can really pack a punch in terms of the depth and the richness of dark eyeshadow. So far, compared to Squad Cosmetics and Everbelena's eyeshadow palette, I think this one takes the cake. Like, this is the best one so far that I've tried locally. And so yeah, with the face palette, I can definitely see a lot of people liking this one because it's compact. Like, you already have three products here: your bronzer, which you can also use for your eyelid, the blush on, and the highlighter. And the highlighter, of course, you can also use for your eyelid. Like, powder is powder, and I think that this is a really good set of product, because as consumers, we really are looking for multi-use product in one component. And I think it has a good formula, it has a good pigmentation, it has a good blendability, and the formula is really smooth. I think the formula of this one is actually a little bit better than the eyeshadow one, because this one is definitely softer to the touch. I'm not sure if it makes a difference pigmentation wise, but like the experience, I really had fun putting on the bronzer because it was so easy to blend. Like, it blended itself. You know what I mean? You know, when the formula is really soft, that it just does the work for you. And I think the bronzer is that exactly. And then the highlight, I'm not into powder highlight, but this one is really good for what it is. And let's see it on my body, because I haven't done that. Like, it's really nice. It's finely milled highlight. Like, there's no glitter chunks or anything like that, and it has a nice undertone that I think a lot of people can use this. And so yeah, I mean, look at that, right? Like, I just look really healthy and wet. And yeah, so I think the only con that I found with this palette is that the blush on, even if it's super natural for me, I'm curious to see how this will work for deeper morena skin tone, because I'm not sure, it might look a little bit chalky on them because it's definitely light, but it has enough warmth to it that maybe it'll work. So I'm not sure. Maybe look for reviews from Deeper Morena, because I'm like a more tan golden morena. So yeah, but all of them work really well for me. And the formula of the blush reminds me a lot of MAC blush. And look, they're almost the same shade. The MAC one has more depth to it. It has more of a rosy flush, and so yeah, I think they're very much comparable. Like, yeah, they're both very buttery, they're both very smooth, and product is great. And yeah, it's also a favorite of mine. The gel liners I also really like for doing eyeliner, but on the waterline, the brown one didn't show up that well. I mean, it's brown, but it wasn't creamy enough to really hold the color in my waterline. But it still works. Like, it still gave me a brown waterline, but I like my waterline to be really rich as well. Formula of this has enough creaminess, but it's also pretty solid, and so it's not that creamy that it would really just give you a rich and gliding experience through your eyes. It's just enough to give you that brown or black color on your eyes, and it's easy to smudge, and it's long lasting. And so for the price, I mean, what else can you really ask for? The soft matte lipstick is pretty standard. Like, it's the standard soft matte lipstick. It's something that I've seen a lot from a lot of brands. It's not like a standout shade or formula for me. They are a soft matte lipstick, but the finish isn't as powdery as some of the other lipsticks that just launched, like the colorette and the powder pout. I just like their formula better than this. I think I like the Clutz vlogs better than the Clutz, because this has a pinkier undertone, whereas this one, it has more peach, and you know me and peach. sometimes it just really doesn't work well for me. And then the last one is this cute little lip gloss. For the price is really good. The only thing that bothered me is the formula when it got inside my mouth. Like when I was able to taste it, it felt like I tasted Vicks. Like it went straight to my throat and I felt that like cooling sensation in my throat, and that's something that like I mean I don't want to experience that whenever I put lip gloss on. But this one is also very lightweight, it's very moisturizing, it provides a nice sheen to the lips. Yeah, I think if you're looking for a affordable lip gloss, I think you would enjoy this one a lot as well. Again, this is my favorite packaging from the entire collection because it's just, I don't know, it's so cute. That ends this video. It's super dark outside. It feels like it's going to rain really hard. And so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye!